All right, swang. We got. Don't shoot me with a crossbow. You fucking asshole. All right, send it. Nope. I think
Man. Where do you want me to aim anyway?
Up, head, like you're trying to deal max damage.
Alright, you're gonna die. If I hit you in the head again.
Yep, I aimed too high, I think. Keep doing it.
Kill you.
It's alright.
Ah. I'm hitting, literally, it blocks at the hilt.
My hilt?
Yeah, I'm like blocking, like your hands are blocking it almost. Like from my perspective, your hands are literally almost blocking it.
What the fuck? It's actually so
I blocked at the very tip of the sword right there. That's the very tip right there.
I aimed too high on the last one. You can see you can get into a pretty good groove blocking the arming sword's first attack at least. Make sure that you space properly, moving backwards, and aim far left, get the sword further out so they can't hit your arm since it sticks out pretty far. The audio for the rest of the clips kind of got scuffed, so our voices won't be in it. I'll just voice over and give my opinions about our experiences and show them to you guys. Thanks for watching. Blocking the longsword turned out to be pretty difficult, actually. You know, I felt like the thrust blocks were mostly luck. Blocking the second attack, pretty easy, honestly, which was surprising. But the angle of the two weapons, it works so well. It's hard to miss it, actually. I don't think in our attempts that we blocked a single one of the third attacks. Either the spacing or not favoring aiming far enough left was an issue for me, but I think it's probably just best to try and avoid it by backstepping if you can. That way you're not getting hit by that third attack, which probably does the most damage as well, so. Blocking the barbarian weapons across the board seem to be, well, kind of hit or miss. The spacing's really important, especially because of how long the weapons are. But I think our biggest takeaway is barbarians got it rough. It's so easy to miss with these giant weapons for some reason. There is one thing I'll talk about when we get to the double axe that seemed to be like there was a breakthrough effect, but blocking the normal starting battle axe here was actually pretty easy. But you really got to keep in mind how important spacing is. The horizontal attack, pretty bad. Don't use that. It's hard to get off in tight corridors anyways, and it's easy to block from other players, probably with the shield as well, if I'm blocking it pretty well with the longsword. So keep that in mind. So, after this first block here with the double axe, it seems like almost all of them, if you're close enough, will go through a block no matter what. It seems like there's almost a breakthrough because of the way the weapon finishes its attack pattern. So keep that in mind when you're using the battle axe. If someone's near, just W key forward and hammer smash, just swang. And you're probably going to deal a lot of damage and break them pretty easily. The felling axe is trash. This weapon sucks. We were kind of surprised. It only has one attack, so it doesn't have a combo chain or anything. We were surprised that if you hit your target, it resets your animation so you can follow up quicker, including with blocking. So if someone has this weapon, you're probably not going to be able to get a riposte off if you're blocking with a longsword. So keep that in mind. It's likely just better to try and trade damage by dodging, because of how long the reset is when they miss an attack with the felling axe. The Horseman axe kind of surprised us, same with the Hatchet. No matter where he aimed, it was almost always blocked. At least with the initial vertical swings, right? But there also seemed like there was almost invulnerability after he blocked. He literally couldn't hit me sometimes, no matter what, the way he was swinging. So we're not really sure what was up with this. It might just be inconsistencies. Obviously, the game's still just an alpha test, but this is not very good. It might work pretty well against people that aren't blocking ever, but if you have a longsword and someone comes at you with these, you'll probably be able to block the damage, but their attack rate will probably outtrade DPS with you, unless you're hitting perfect headshots with your longsword attack combo. I think the biggest takeaway from the testing of the blocking the mace here was how important spacing is. If someone just W keys right into you, they're always going to hit you through the block. There's almost no way to stop it. There's no interrupt on the weapon swings, it seems like, so they'll just hit you through like the back of your character model and stuff like that, no matter what. So hopefully they change a little something like that to give blocking more of an impact. Maybe an interrupt, or I'm not sure if they have sweet spot already with weapon damage, but maybe adding sweet spot damage so weapon hilts and stuff like that deal less than the weapon heads and the blades. All in all, blocking the mace, pretty hit or miss. We were moving around a lot more on this one, but we could block quite a few. Probably enough that it could change a fight if you were doing it properly or mixing them in with your spacing and having your sprint up. So something to keep in mind. Might be able to trade pretty well with blocking and riposting against a cleric.
Yeah, that's good to know too. Let me see about the third attack. Let me see if you block the third. Yep, interrupts. Now the fourth.
All right, so the Rapier is interruptible. So something to keep in mind with the Rapier, after blocking a Rapier attack, there was a delay before they could wind up another attack, is what we found while we were testing this. Just wanted to make sure I let you guys know about that between us talking here in the clip.
It's actually a lot easier to attack. But if I'm W keying you. I need to keep that in mind when I'm playing Rogue.
Stay aggressive forward.
But I don't think a lot of people fucking...
No one's blocking, dude.
Block. Doesn't do a lot of damage either. But it is the shittiest fucking Rapier.
It is a 14 damage Rapier.
Yeah. Block the riposte there. I mean, the thrust. Like, there's actually a...
So blocking the thrust is hard. Might do it by accident, but that's about it.
But, yeah. Keep going. See?
It won't even...
As I'm coming back, I can't attack.
Whoa!
Oh my god!
That's some damage! So my final thoughts, blocking in PvP is going to be pretty hit or miss, I think, in the state of the game right now. You might be able to pull it off in the middle of a fiesta now and then to clutch up and remove some damage that might otherwise, you know, impact the fight in a bad way, kind of like in the background here. You can definitely pull it off on some of the PvE monsters if you get cornered or you're in a bad spot and can't dodge. So that's something to keep in mind at least, especially if you're a longsword lover like I am. So, but all in all, PvP gonna be a lot more about spacing than anything else. Moving back and forth, moving side to side, and properly avoiding damage in that way rather than blocking. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I didn't get to all the weapons, you know, we avoided the daggers. There's no point trying to block the dagger. Just face trade damage with those rogue players if you can. And I think the other one was the War Maul, so there wasn't much that we thought the War Maul would be any different than the other two-hand barbarian weapons. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you got any tips for trying to make it work if you start doing it yourselves and finding some success. And other than that, thanks for watching. And good luck in the dungeon, boys. Be safe.